Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kassandra and today I'm expanding on my Yoga for Athletes series with a special class just for swimmers. This is going to be a 30-minute practice and we'll try to make it as beginner friendly and all levels friendly as we possibly can. And I'm not really going to be using any props, but it's always a good idea to have a block close by just in case you need it. And we're going to focus on 4 key things today. First thing is abdominal strength, so developing a really strong core. And then we're also going to strengthen the back muscles, so from the shoulders all the way down into the lower back. And then flexibility wise, we're really going to try to improve our range of motion in the shoulders, and we're going to stretch out the hips and the hamstrings. So quite a bit jam-packed in this 30-minute class, so let's just go ahead and get started right away. Lower down on your back. We'll start in reclined pigeon pose. So with your knees bent, feet flat on the floor, you're going to cross your right ankle over the top of your left thigh. Keep your right foot flexed and feel the right knee press away from you. If this is enough of a stretch in your right glute and right hip, hold as you are. Otherwise, you're going to pull your left knee in towards the belly, either holding on to the back of the thigh or the front of the shin. Try not to lean on one side more than the other here. Keep the weight evenly distributed. And take deep breaths directly into that right hip and right glute. Letting go of tension in the face and around the jaw. If your mind is wandering or you're slightly distracted, just focus on the breath, in and out through the nose. Make these next 30 minutes all about you and your practice. Take 3 more breaths in the pose, maybe pulling the knee in a little bit closer towards the belly, drawing the shoulders down the back. And let's set the left foot back down to the floor. Before we do the other side, pull your right knee in towards your chest and extend the left leg straight. Really reach and extend through that left heel so you get a little bit of an opening in the hip flexors, the front of your left thigh, and a little bit in the inner groin. And then you can sway that right knee from side to side a little bit. You'll know your hip flexors are really tight if you find that your leg hovers off the floor here, or if keeping your leg straight is pretty challenging. If that's the case, you can always keep a little bit of a bend in your left knee. And let's release, feet back flat to the floor. We'll take reclined pigeon on the other side. So left ankle crosses over the top of your right thigh. Keep that foot flexed and either stay here or pull your right knee in towards you. Hold on wherever works. So your arms need to work just a little bit for stability, but we're not overstraining the upper body. Our work there will come later on in the class. See if you can get the length of your inhale to be just as long as the exhale, not favoring one over the other. Two more deep belly breaths. Maybe pull the thigh in a tiny bit closer towards you. And let's set the right foot flat to the ground. Pull your left knee in towards your chest and then extend your right leg straight. Swaying the left knee a little side to side, just warming up the hip joint, lubricating the joint a little bit. So hip flexors are a super important part of our core. We want to stretch them out first before we start to strengthen them, which is what we're going to do pretty much right away. Let's go into our core sequence. Please stack your knees directly over the top of your hips. Press your lower back down into the floor, and you want your shins to pretty much be parallel towards the ground or so. As you press your low back into the floor, you might notice that it makes your knees come forward towards the belly. Shift them back. Just by doing this, you should already feel your abdominals engage and strengthen. Interlace your fingers behind the back of your head. Super slow bicycle twists. As you inhale, lift head and shoulders off the floor, pull the lower belly in, and as you exhale, twist to the left and extend your right leg straight. So note, I'm not bringing my left knee in towards me, I'm keeping it where it is. Inhale, come back to center, curl tailbone up. Exhale, twist to the right and reach through your left leg. Press your low back to the floor. Inhale, come back to center, curl tailbone up. Exhale, twist to the left, reach through your right leg, both shoulder blades off the floor. Inhale, center, curl tailbone up. Exhale, twist right and reach through the left leg. You'll probably start to feel this right about now. Inhale, center, lift the hips. Exhale, twist left, reach through your right leg, spread through the toes, lift up higher. Inhale to center, lift up a little more. Exhale, twist right, extend the left leg straight. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Let's extend our legs straight up towards the sky. Reach your fingertips up towards the sky. Squeeze and lift everything up as high as you can. One more breath. And exhale, release. Pull your knees in towards your chest. Rock a little side to side. Let's hold on to the backs of our thighs. Rock up and down the length of your spine. Get a little bit momentum. And then come to seated. We'll take a hip opener before we start to flow. Bring the soles of your feet together to touch and let your knees fall apart. As you inhale, you're lifting the collarbones up towards the sky. And on the exhale, you're hinging forward at the hips, folding down for 5 breaths here. Try to relax the hip flexors so the knees can drop a little closer towards the ground. No tension in the quads, no tension in the upper back, neck, or shoulders. Still breathing, slow and steady. And let's roll and unwind, inch by inch. You're gonna bring your palms behind you. Palms are underneath the shoulders. Feet flat to the ground. You want your feet and your knees to be about hip-width distance apart. We're gonna come into reverse tabletop pose. So straighten the arms, press into the feet, and lift your hips up. One of my favorite poses to do to both stretch the front of the shoulders and also really work the back muscles, so along the back body. Squeeze your glutes a little bit and see if you can lift your hips a tiny bit higher. Take one more breath. And let's drop our hips down to the floor. So we're gonna do that one more time. If that was really challenging, you're just gonna do the same thing once more. If you wanna take it one step further, you're gonna straighten your legs and we're gonna do reverse plank instead of reverse tabletop pose. So press into the fingertips to knuckles and then inhale, lift your hips. So either the legs are straight or the knees are bent. Either way, you're trying to reach through your toes. You're squeezing the glutes and engaging the legs to lift your hips up higher. Breathing deeply. Chin can stay slightly tucked in towards the chest. Take one more breath and release, let it go. Let's come onto all fours, tabletop pose. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Spread the fingertips wide, cat and cow to warm up the spine. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, curl tailbone up. And as you exhale, round the spine, drop your chin to your chest. Take a few more. So inhale, we lift and look up. And then exhale, we round and contract. Inhale to lift, last one. Exhale to round. Coming back to our neutral tabletop pose, let's come into puppy, a fantastic way to open up the pectorals and the shoulders. Keep your hips over your knees, just walk your palms forward with the arms straight until your forehead can maybe come down to the floor. You might find that if you're really tight, the forehead won't quite make it there, which is perfectly fine. Just keep reaching and extending through the arms and press your chest down towards the ground until you get that really deep stretch into the armpits and upper back. You might feel it a little bit more in your pecs as opposed to the upper back. This is usually different from person to person. Two more breaths in and out through the nose. Start to bend the elbows and slide forward onto your belly. Lower your hips to the ground and lift your chest. Sphinx pose, little bit of a back bend. You're trying to pull your collarbones forward as you lift the heart. Tailbone is reaching towards the heels. Feel the space you're creating at the front of the chest, so shoulders don't dip down. They're really drawing back. And let's release chin and chest to the floor. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders. Let's really strengthen our back. Plant every single toe and toenail down to the floor. Glue them there. Do not let your legs lift up at any time. This is upper body only. As you inhale, lift chin, chest, and palms off the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Glue the toes. Exhale to lower. 4 more like this. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale to lower. Keep the elbows up. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower down. Back of the neck is long. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Let's interlace our fingers behind our lower back. Reach your knuckles towards your heels. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Inhale, chin and chest lift up. Only if your lower back feels pretty good, then you can go ahead and lift your legs up as well. Locust pose. No need to look up too high. See if you can lift your knuckles off of your lower back a little bit more and reach through your toes and through the balls of the feet. You should be able to breathe deeply here. Strengthening the hamstrings and the glutes by lifting the legs up even higher. Take 1 more inhale. And exhale, release, palms underneath your shoulders. Let's press and make our way into our first downward dog. Palms are shoulder width distance apart. Feet are hip width distance apart as you tuck the toes under and lift your hips up and back. And go ahead and paddle the feet, shake out the hips, shake out the head. So in this down dog, you're trying to straighten the arms and reach your chest towards your thighs. Neck is relaxed so that you can even shake yes and no with the head. And it really doesn't matter whether or not your heels are on the ground. So bend your knees generously if you feel a pull or a strain on your lower back. Let's bend the knees a little bit, look forward. Take little steps until you get to the top of the mat with your feet wider than your hips, just a little bit. Bend your knees a lot more. We're gonna interlace our fingers behind our lower back and extend the knuckles up and over. So deeper into the shoulders. We're gonna stretch our right shoulder first. So with the knees bent, dip the left shoulder down and lift the right shoulder up as you gaze over towards the right and maybe up towards the ceiling. Keep lifting the knuckles up and over. Let's switch sides. So right shoulder down, left shoulder lifts up. Gaze up towards the left. And really pull on those left fingers. And release. Fingertips down to the floor. Bend the knees generously and slowly come all the way up to stand, inch by inch. Shoulders draw down and away from the ears. Standing tall at the top of the mat. Let's take our first flow. As you inhale, reach the arms up, bring the palms together to touch. And then exhale, hinge at the waist, fold all the way forward, maybe bend the knees. Halfway lift, flat back. And then exhale, plant the palms. You're gonna step your right foot back and lower your right knee down to the floor. Make sure your left knee is not going past your ankle here. You're directly over top of it, and then arms will extend up. So tailbone is reaching down towards the floor as you press your hips forward and down, going deeper into our hip flexors. You're gonna bend your right elbow, so elbows pointing up, and either use your left hand to press that arm back, or you can reach your left fingertips back and under, and maybe interlace your fingers as you open up your chest. Still pressing the hips forward and down. So probably one of the best poses that you can do as a swimmer is this low lunge with this interlace arm variation to open up the chest and open up the shoulders. Take 1 more breath. And let's release the arms, bring your fingertips to the floor and straighten the left leg as you fold forward, half splits. Just getting deeper into the hamstrings. Maybe bend your left knee if you know your hamstrings are tight. We're not here too long. Lifting the chest back up, bend into the left knee. Plant the right hand down, curl the back toes under and lift your right knee off the floor. Left arm reaches up for your twist. Keep the integrity in your shoulders. Try not to let your right shoulder pop forward as you twist the left one back. It's just one over the other. Into our side plank pose, working our core strength. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot and stack your left leg over your right. If this isn't working just yet, keep your right knee down on the floor so that you have something to help you keep you stable in the pose. Otherwise, we're lifting up, and instead of keeping the left arm straight forward, we're gonna bring the bicep along the ear and reach the fingertips towards the top of the mat. 3 breaths, lifting the hips. For this last breath, bring your left fingertips down towards the floor, trace a big circle, arm goes all the way back, all the way over, left palm to the ground, find your downward facing dog. Feel free to hold this down dog for 5 breaths, or we can take a little vinyasa, which is a wonderful way to strengthen the upper body and the back and get a little back bend in. So inhale, plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Point the toes back, keep the feet pressing to the floor, lift up to cobra. Chin and chest come off the ground, elbows are bent. And then exhale, downward dog. From this downward facing dog, let's look forward and step to the top of the mat. Take your halfway lift once you're here, flat back, and exhale to fold. Bend the knees, roll all the way up to stand. Setting ourselves up for the second side, so standing at the top of the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, flat back, look forward. Let's bring our fingertips to the floor, step your left foot back and lower the left knee down. We're coming into our high lunge. Keep your right knee over the ankle as you lift up. So I'm not trying to sink all the way down and dump into my lower back. I want to keep reaching my tailbone down, pulling the core, lower belly in, lifting out of the lower back. And once I have that integrity, then I can let my hips press forward a little bit more. We're gonna bend our left elbow this time, and either you just use your right hand to press it back, or you're gonna reach your right fingertips back behind you and interlace the fingers. Notice if you're holding your breath or if it's short or shallow. Take one more inhale, and then fingertips come to the floor. Straighten your right leg, fold forward. Hamstring stretch. Lifting the chest, bend into the right knee. Plant the left palm down, lift the left knee off the ground, and reach your right arm up. So one shoulder stacked directly over the other. We're gonna come from here into side plank pose. So roll to the outer edge of your left foot, and you're gonna stack your right leg directly on top of the left. Remember, if this doesn't work, the left knee comes down on the floor to give you a little bit of help and a little bit more support. Otherwise, from this side plank pose, we're gonna reach our right arm forward. So bicep is along the ear, fingertips are reaching towards the top of your mat. Steady breaths as you press into the legs, getting really tall, strengthening the muscles along the back and in the obliques. Let's take an arm circle, so bring your fingertips all the way down and then all the way back and up, palm to the floor, downward dog. Hold down dog if you'd like, or take that little vinyasa. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale, we lower. Lifting up to cobra, inhale. And then exhale, downward facing dog. From this down dog, let's reach our right leg up towards the sky, bend the right knee and open up that hip. Get a nice stretch there, squeeze the glutes. And then carefully step your right foot forward in between the palms to the top of the mat. Spin your back heel parallel to the short edge of your mat. We're coming up into warrior two. So warrior two, I'm aligning my front heel with the middle of my back arch, and I'm extending my arms out. Palms are facing down. 5 breaths here. Let's reverse our warrior. Left hand down, right arm up. Nothing changes in the legs. Keep bending your right knee. Lift out of the pose. Let's come into triangle. So straighten the right leg. Bring your back foot in a little bit. You're going to send your hips back and slide your right hand down your right leg until you can catch a hold of your shin. Left arm will reach up. We're going to do those same arm circles here. So really great for the shoulder. So inhale, stretch the arm as far forward as you can before bringing it down. And then back and up. Take one more full circle. Go at your own pace. Soften the neck. Once the left hand is all the way back up, we're going to lift back into our warrior 2. So widen your stance a little, bend into your right knee. Let's bring our right forearm over our right thigh and extend your left arm up and over. Extended side angle. Press into the legs, come back up. We're going to come from this warrior 2 into our high lunge. So you're going to lift and pivot your back heel off the ground. So both hips and the arms and the chest are now facing forward towards the top of your mat. Bending into your right knee. Take an inhale to lift. And as you exhale, hinge forward at the waist, hovering and tilting at about a 45-degree angle. Engage the shoulder blades as you squeeze them back and lift the palms up higher. Bend the right knee to drop your hips a little bit more. And then fingertips come down to the floor, straighten the right leg and fold forward. So odds are your left heel will not touch the ground, which is perfectly fine. Just get that nice stretch into the calf and into the ankle. Start to lift and look up. Bend into your right knee, plant the palms to the ground. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra, chin and chest come up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Catch your breath. From this downward dog, let's extend our left leg up, bend the left knee and open up your hip nice and wide. Squeeze the glutes to lift the knee up even higher, and then take warrior 2. So your left foot will go forward in between the palms. Back foot spins parallel to the short edge of your mat. Arms reach up and out. Palms are facing down. Bend the left knee and press your left knee open. Gazing forward, 5 breaths. Let's reverse our warrior. Right hand down, left arm up. Back into your warrior 2. Let's straighten the left leg, bring your back foot in just a couple inches. Keep that right foot parallel to the short edge of your mat for triangle pose, so hips back. Slide the left hand down your leg until you can catch a hold of your shin. Reach your right arm up. And we'll do 2 circles with the arms. So stretch the right fingertips towards the top of the mat. Get that nice side body stretch before dropping that right hand down. Lifting it back, all the way up. One more. Keep breathing as you do this. And the next time your right arm goes straight up, you need to engage your obliques to come all the way back up. Bend the left knee, scooch the back toes a little bit. So you're in warrior 2 again. Extended side angle. Left forearm over your left thigh, right arm up and over. Bicep is along the ear. Keep pulling that right shoulder back. Drop the hips down as much as you can. Let's press into the legs, lift back up. We're coming into our high lunge to face at the front of the room. So lift your right heel off the ground. Square off your shoulders, your chest, and your hips to face forward. Bend the left knee generously. And then we're gonna hover. Palms face down as the arms reach back. Lift the back heel up a little bit more. Bend the left knee and pull the lower belly in. So really get the legs going here. Sink down a little lower. And then let's stretch the hamstrings, fingertips to the floor, straighten the left leg and fold. Let's take our last little flow. So lift the chest, bend the left knee, plant the palms. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale to cobra. And let's go to child's pose instead of down dog. So big toes together, knees as wide apart as you would like them. Hips to the heels, palms stretching forward, forehead to the ground. So if you wanted to open up your chest and shoulders one last time, you can press your hands together, start to bend the elbows, and rest your fingertips behind the back of the head. Let's straighten the arms. Slowly walk the palms back in. Swing your legs out in front of you and lower all the way down to your back. So we'll be closing our practice. Let's pull the knees in towards the chest, rock a little side to side. You can either stay here, take full happy baby, holding on to the big toes or the outer edges of your feet, keeping the elbows to the insides of the legs, using the elbows to press the legs open a little wider. And let's bring the knees back in. Slowly straighten out the legs one by one, coming into shavasana, our final resting pose. Shrug your shoulders underneath you, palms facing up towards the sky. Come back to whatever breath is natural to you. So without trying to force it, maybe allowing the eyes to close or the gaze to be soft. Use your time here to notice the difference in your body now, as opposed to when you first stepped onto your mat. Thank you so much for doing this practice with me. I do hope you enjoyed it, and if that's the case, share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. It would really mean a lot to me. Stay here for as long as you would like. Have a great day. Namaste.